Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Dr. Tatiana Gurvich and Susan McInerney, who are here on behalf of the UCI series that they are both putting on for our residents. But welcome, both of you. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
So, Susan, we've talked, many times before about the series. How's it going? Are lots of people interested in showing up?
It's been going really well. So it's the first Wednesday of every month. Last month we had over 150 people show up. So it's starting to build steam, and I suspect this next one in July is going to bring a lot of people too.
Well, absolutely. Of course, the topic this time is pills, problems, and multiple medications. And Tatiana, when I was talking to you a little bit offline, my father's 92, and on 21 different medications for so many different things. And I think they actually found two that they could release him from. Is this a common problem?
Absolutely. So 21 medications on the list is actually not that many. I've seen longer lists.
Oh my.
As we age, we sort of accumulate medical problems, and
Mhm.
most of them require pharmacotherapy, unfortunately. So it's not uncommon for older patients to be on a boatload of medicines, prescription, over the counter, supplements. Some are experimenting with cannabis. So this creates a kind of a giant mess for patients to deal with. And so one of the things we do at the Senior Health Center is go through the list and pick out things that aren't necessary, pick out things that are duplicative, pick out medications that could actually cause more problems. So looking for those medication cascades is really important. And in today's healthcare world, you have to be your own advocate. When a patient comes into a doctor's office, they have to kind of know what they're taking and why, and sort of be able to advocate for themselves.
Mhm.
And learning more about the medicines they take can be a way to do that.
Well, exactly. And I think that, they write it down. So I know my father, he has a list of all the things that he takes, plus, of course, his doctor. And however many times he's been to the same hospital, they kind of know too. But, I wonder, when you talk to people about this, are you going to help them to decipher, like, for instance, many people are recommended supplements, right? Oh, no, you need to take this, you need to take that. And they probably have lots of various opinions. What do you tell them to do when that happens?
I tell them to be very careful about supplements because the industry is completely unregulated, and really you don't know what you're getting from one pill bottle to the next.
Mm-hmm.
And some patients are very much more likely to take supplements than others, and I have slides to show people in a couple of weeks of this uh, huge list of supplements one patient was taking, and how to get through that and how to sift out what's needed and what's not.
Right.
Some supplements are very helpful and others can be detrimental, so you really have to decide what they're going to take and what they're going to stop.
Right. And one thing you also mentioned was, some people are taking cannabis, and, some of that, if you do that and some of these other medications, it could really cause some severe problems. So certainly something to look out for. Susan, in your line of work, are you finding people have issues like this?
Yes, and this is partly why we're doing the this workshop, particularly because in social services, we don't get into the medications. That's out of our scope of practice. But we often will ask, "Well, what are you on?" And the list sometimes is enough to get us to refer out. Say, "I think you need to talk about this." And
Okay.
something that people often say was, "Well, I don't take any medication. I just take supplements." So I'm not going to attend the workshop. And like, no, this it covers both. So it's important to realize that any sort of medication, over the counter or not, is something to look at. You're putting something in your body, and you need to know what it does.
Well, right. And then Tatiana, you mentioned, of course, supplements not being regulated. But man, now we have such a plethora of things. We could just go online on Amazon and we can buy all sorts of stuff without any problem of getting it here, right? So I mean, there has to be some extra care when they're ordering.
Absolutely. When I have patients come to our clinic, they literally bring bags and bags and bags full of this stuff for us to review. I've seen med lists as many as 50. Some people are very organized and they put them on spreadsheets, but really at home, day to day, it creates so much confusion and so much, accidental adverse events, sometimes leading to hospitalization. So this stuff is serious. We need to be careful with it, and people need to understand how to manage it well.
Right. And tell me a little bit about the senior health center that you work at.
So the Senior Health Center is really a unique place. There aren't that many in the country. It's a primary care clinic for older adults. So our youngest patients are 60 to 65 and our oldest are over 100. And we provide primary care to those patients. We have assessment clinics like geriatric assessments, falls assessments, memory clinics. So we provide ongoing care for these patients as well as one-time kind of consultations. It's a multidisciplinary site, so we have physicians, physician's assistants, social workers who specialize in geriatrics. I have my pharmacy team there with myself, my pharmacy resident, and students who rotate through the site, and we provide sort of this one-stop shop, multidisciplinary care to older patients.
Wow, that sounds great. And I'm assuming Medicare, Medicaid, and other insurances are accepted.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. Wow, Susan, how'd you find her?
I know it's a program that we love because a lot of people get overwhelmed by having to go to all different specialists, where if they can go and have, one day of everyone in one spot, it's a wonderful opportunity.
Well, especially if you have someone who can't drive, right? And they take a bus, and that would be the one stop, like you said. They could take a break and then they could go see someone else and kind of fit it all into, one visit, which I think is really ideal. So, Susan, let's talk a little bit about the event itself.
So the event is going to be on Wednesday, July 6th at 2 to 3:30 Clubhouse 2 in the big ballroom, the Sequoia Ballroom.
Okay.
There's no need to sign up. You just show up, and if you have any questions about it ahead of time, you can always just give our office a call, but you're welcome just to show up on the day.
Okay. Okay, good. And would you recommend, Dr. Gurvich, that people maybe bring their list?
So I'm happy to answer questions as I go through my slides.
Okay.
I think if 100 people bring in their list, their individual lists of meds, I might have trouble.
That's true.
But if there is that kind of interest, we could certainly set up brown bag sessions for those who would like their medications to be reviewed.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, but perfect. This is more sort of general information about what medications are safe, what potentially could cause problems, how to deal with a long med list, how to help your doctor take care of you better, from the medication standpoint.
All right, good. So instead of bringing all of your meds, bring your questions.
Yes, and I think a good thing also that people have asked if we could have a printout of the slides ahead of time, and people
Absolutely.
bring their own notebooks or pencils, pens, and take notes, and then we'll have the information on how to sign up if you want to make an appointment after with UCI, how to do that.
All right, excellent. So let's just let them know when again. It's Wednesday, July 6th from 2 to 3:30, Clubhouse 2, Sequoia Ballroom. And do they need to sign up, do a reservation?
Nope,
Or just
showing up, yeah.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Anything I've missed, Dr. Gurvich?
No, I think you've covered it very nicely.
All right, excellent. Thank you so much for your help, and good luck in the series. And Susan, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay. And of course, you want more information, you can always contact social services at the number on your screen. We'll be right back.